Hi, and welcome back to Life Changing Solutions Live. This is the fourth segment. I saved the best for last. My good friend here, Teddy James. Welcome, and thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me.
I just gotta say, I always beam when you're around.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna toot my horn. So as you guys know, I'm a personal development trainer. I, have traveled and done some leadership classes and facilitated some, and I've also been a coach. And I coached you during your leadership.
Yes, she did.
Shh, tell them I'm nice. Tell them I'm nice. But no, and that was, one of the best coaching experiences that I've had, and I am a proud mama when I watch you, doing things that you've done. So again, I can't even look at you. Don't look at me. I love you.
Yeah.
So can you share a little bit about your leadership journey and what that is, and what's happened since then?
Yeah, my leadership journey was amazing. At first, it started off like we was in the owner, Angel Neri's house, and she had said she was going to start the center. And I was like, yeah, right. If you start the center, I'll be your first student. And then she was like, oh, I'm about to start the center. And I was like, all right, so I'll be your first student. And man, what a blessing it has been for me and my family. It changed my life. The way I look at a lot of things in my life has dramatically changed. And it has such a big impact that I decided to volunteer a lot of my time now to other students. So I'm their coach like Angie was my coach. So it truly is a blessing for me, and I am so excited where we're going with this. So
I am so excited. It's only been like a year and a half, 2 years since Angel started the center, which is Spectrum Education Las Vegas. And I get a lot of questions. And so what is this? And so just for those who don't know how these leadership programs work, it's broken into 3 segments. So you have the first weekend, which is called Freedom. And essentially what that's about is that you really learn where your limiting beliefs come from. And the reason it's called Freedom is because you free yourself from them, or at least learn the tools to be able to say, okay, this is, coming up, and it's like you discover that something that happened to you when you were 2-3 years old is still affecting you today because of those limiting beliefs.
yeah.
And then the second portion, it's another whole weekend. It's called Life Design. And that one, it's you get to do a little bit more work. It's a bit more, and that's where you really, right? And for me, I describe it as it being developing a relationship with risk, because all too often our limiting beliefs limit us. And so now we're freer. The second one, it's okay, now we're going to learn how to make some risks, some choices. And it's all within your team and contained. So it's not like you're going to be jumping off a plane or anything like that. Maybe. No, I'm kidding. No, but it's within, the realm there. It's in a safe space. You're able to really get comfortable with taking risks.
Yes.
And learning those tools. And then the real fun part, my favorite, is the leadership program, which is anywhere between 90 to 100 days.
Yes.
And you're working with a coach, and you have an entire team behind you. And then with Spectrum, this is the amazing part. You come up with 21 goals, right? That's
21 goals in 7 domains that you get to achieve before you get to graduate.
Right. In 100 or 90 to 100 days, you will complete these goals. And they're not going to back off on you. I mean, that's one of the great things about these coaches is that your goals become their goals. They take them on, and it's and also as you're setting that goal, they're not going to let you off that easy and be oh, I'm just going to lose 5 pounds in the 90 days because you want to play it safe. It's nope.
Yeah, well, during my leadership, Angie was my coach, and I have to tell you that some days I didn't like her that much. But, every bit of it was worth it. It was probably one of the hardest things I ever done, but it stretched me. It stretched me to be a better man, a better father, a better community person, because you're out in the community, you're doing different things, and it just took my life to another level. And it's still taking my life to another level. I say that I'm a baby in this, in this work. So I just can't wait to see where I finally end up, and probably like president of the United States or something like that,
Right.
like Donald Trump. Enough.
We'll start you off as mayor, right?
Yeah, the mayor first, the mayor. All right, yes.
But no, I mean, and those are the kinds of things that it's like, I mean, you are one of many who have gone through this program, and again, like I watch and I'm just in awe. Something that, if you don't mind my sharing, and we won't get too much into details, but it's just like your relationships.
Oh yeah.
That was the biggest, because again, there's 21 goals in 7 different domains, and one of them is in relationships.
Yeah, and for me to expound on that and not going too deep on it, me and my wife at the time, we were having like some relationship problems, and that was one of my goals in one of my domains, was to improve my relationship with my wife. And it ended up, I placed a lot of blame on her, but what my coach made me aware of is it was me the whole time. And once I realized that it was me, and if I change the way of my being, then I can change the reality of our relationship. And now it's a beautiful thing.
It is. I mean, and to see them together, and it's just heartwarming. And then the same thing, and that just rippled into relationships with even your ex-wife and your sons, and just your family and friends and everything else.
Yes.
It was such a beautiful thing, and to watch it again, it just like melts my heart.
Yeah, you know what? And you know, one of the things about the class too was I never thought that I was going to be able to enroll my wife into the class. Guess what? My wife enrolled in the class. She graduated the class. My son enrolled in the class, graduated the class. My ex-wife and her boyfriend took the class and graduated, and they're out in their lives and reaching the things that they thought that they couldn't reach. So I'm very proud of that. And man, I'm just taken away of where my life is today. You know, through life, you know, life kind of takes away your dreams. You know, it kind of, you know, it tells you can't do it, you can't do this, you can't do that. But when I learned what was stopping me, and I had a coach and people backing me, I realized that my life is just now starting. And it's so exciting. I wake up every morning excited to go into the world and to see what I can contribute. What I contribute to every moment of my life. I mean, can I just smile at someone and let them know that you matter to me and I love you, you know? And it's an amazing journey. So I recommend it to everybody, anybody. Just come and see what it's all about. We have a guest event here in Utah. On tomorrow, I'm flying out. Me and Angel are flying out tomorrow to be in Utah for the guest event in Utah, in Provo, Utah. And then we have a guest event next week on the 21st here in Vegas. So if you want more information of that, hit me up on my Facebook page or call me or whatever. Yeah, get with me.
So you can find him on Teddy James, you know, his Facebook page.
Yes.
And then also you can contact me, and I'll give you whatever information I have, or I'll refer you out to somebody else that can support you with that. Or you can always go to the website, which is going to be on the screen, and that's spectrumeducationlv.com. And, you know, these guest events, they're really fun. It's, you know, you get a little snapshot of what's to come. You learn a little bit. They call them the insight workshops.
Yeah, it in a way, it gives you insight on the things that we do every day that sets the tone for our day or set the mood for the day. And so you'll learn like little things to make you aware of where it's taking you, like music or a certain thing that you do. You know, it could take you to a dark place, or it could take you to a place of enlightenment or joy. So Angel and some of the other trainers will be going over some of that stuff.
All right, so thank you again, Teddy. That's about all the time we have.
Oh, more time, no.
Right? I love you and appreciate you.
Yeah, I love you too, Angie. Yeah.
I know. They're always getting us confused with
Yeah.
Angel and Angie, but we're both awesome, so it's okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, thank you so much, and everybody, thank you for tuning in. And later we have Graciela Chayon coming on
Them
for
fours
Somos,
up, them
right?
fours. We
Somos
like them
Emprendedores.
fours.
All right.
Yes.
Bye.